Hi there. Hopefully this video will help demystify the resetting of the emissions monitor status and what not to do to get these things to reset. I'm using an inexpensive scanner. It's about $45 at parts stores. And we're going to hook up to the ALDL connector located underneath the dash on the driver's side. That is the male portion of the connector right there. And I'm going to hook this end up to it right here. And then once it's plugged in, the monitor will power up. We're going to go to our IM, which is the readiness monitors for the state inspection. Once the engine is started, the monitors will come up. There's the list of monitors. The ones that have the green means that they are set and ready, and the ones that are red are needing to be set for the state inspection to pass. Now, in the state we are in right now, you can have one monitor that is not set or has the red X, and it will pass the state inspection. And what you don't want to do is follow directions set forth by the manufacturers, because generally they're absurd and impossible to perform. Case in point, one customer I had, the BMW Diesel X5, it stated by the manufacturer to drive the car for 20 miles at 22 miles per hour, and that should reset them, and it didn't work. And that particular customer drove her car for 5,000 miles approximately, and it did not reset the monitors at all. Had another customer with the same model vehicle. He drove his for approximately 2,000 miles, and it did not reset. Finally, a third customer with the same vehicle, I told him how to drive it. He did so, and it reset the monitors in about 250 miles. Now, a lot of times, it takes a lot less driving to reset them when you do it this method. It's very basic, it's very plain and simple. Initial criteria for a computer system monitor reset is that you start a cold engine sitting for at least 6 to 8 hours overnight, and that you have at least 1/4 to 3/4 of a tank of gas. The next step is that you drive on the highway at about 60 to 65 miles an hour and keep your speed constant. You cannot use cruise control to do this, because cruise control, if you go up a slight incline, you'll notice that sometimes cruise control can accelerate very rapidly, therefore changing the throttle position abruptly, and that will cancel the test. So keep your throttle steady, 60, 65 miles an hour, and you want to choose a highway that has little hills, very little hills, so as flat as possible. You drive typically for about 25 miles, then you shut down for about 15 minutes, take the key out of the ignition, open the doors so that the computer's totally shut down, then get back in after 15 minutes, restart, and drive back to the destination, wherever you started or wherever you want to drive, 25 miles, and you want to keep the speed steady again, and then retest the monitor selections. Okay, so we're cruising along at about 60 miles an hour, and I've just hit the highway about 5 minutes ago, and I'm going to keep the speed as steady as possible. Very little variation of my foot position on the gas pedal. Take note again, we have 4 red X's, or 4 monitors that are not set. That 3 of those need to be set to pass the state inspection. So we're going to monitor those every once in a while and just see how their condition is. They're still on the 20 to 25 mile drive before we shut down, and one of the monitors has reset to a okay position, so we have 3 red X's remaining, 2 that need to be set for the state inspection to pass. Our destination of the 20 mile drive, and getting ready to shut down the engine for the 15 minutes. And we still have 3 monitors that are not set. So we're gonna, I got the key out of the ignition, disconnect the seatbelt, open the door, and that shuts down the computers to go into a sleep mode. And then we're gonna let it rest. I've just started this vehicle after the 15 to 20 minute shutdown, and upon the restart to complete the procedure of the drive back, we are looking at 2 monitors that are not set now. So one has reset in the time that we were in the shutdown procedure. We have just one more monitor that has to reset before this vehicle will be eligible to pass the emissions test. Okay, on this particular vehicle, we're on the 20 mile return trip back to our starting destination. And as you can see, there is one monitor that is not set. And in the state I am in, you can have one monitor not set, and it will pass the emissions inspection. I had another manufacturer that states pop the hood, set the emergency brake, start the engine, idle it for 2 minutes, shut the hood, take off the emergency brake, go and drive the car at 45 to 50 miles an hour for 8 minutes, or until the engine temperature comes up to normal operating temperature. Then you drive it at 55 miles an hour for 2 minutes. And then after 2 minutes of driving, you take your foot off of the gas pedal for 10 seconds. Then you pull off of wherever you're at, shut down the vehicle, and let it set for 45 minutes. Now, I think that if you drive in those conditions, you're going to get run over. This is the simplest way. I've been doing this. I've been working on cars for 35 years, and this is how I get it done. Includes resetting the emissions monitors for the state inspection. I thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and stay tuned for more videos to come. Thanks again.